All right, sixth graders. Hello, Mr. Davis here. I'm here to address some difficulty that I observed with some of the responses in problem set 7. Whenever I see, anyone struggling with anything, I definitely want to try to reteach it and help you gain some better clarity. So let's begin. All right, this shape you see here, this rectangular shape with some angles inside of it. Let's bear in mind that this long line you see going all the way across the bottom, if I were to specify what kind of angle that is, we're going to call that a straight angle. Straight line, straight angle. This is equal to 180 degrees going across. So when we have to figure out an unknown angle, which is labeled as x degrees, we have to consider first the angles that have already been given to us. That's going to help us figure out what we don't know. So use what we do know to find what we don't know. So we know three things. We know that a straight angle is 180 degrees, so that's good to know. We know that this angle is 35 degrees. That's a 35, and that little circle there is a degree. What do I call it? Symbol. And then this is a 65 degree angle with our little symbol there. So back to what we know. This angle plus this angle plus this angle all together will equal 180 degrees. So let's make our equation. Looks like this. You can write it in whatever order you want. I'm going to just go from least to greatest. So 35 degrees plus 65 degrees plus x degrees, because we don't know it yet, so we're going to call it x for now, but we will know it shortly, is all equal to 180 degrees. So far, so good. So this is just a basic sum, that we need to figure out. 35 plus 65. Well, there's a 3 in the tens, so that's 30. There's a 6 in the tens over here, so that's 60. So 30 and 60 makes 90. And then if I take my 5 ones and my 5 ones, that makes another 10. Added to that 90, 100 degrees right here. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. 100 plus my unknown degree measure, x degrees, is equal to 180 degrees. So my guess is that your intuition is already kicked in and you can tell what x will equal. But just so that we get some additional practice with how to isolate x and how to solve our one-step equations, because that's going to be important to know, we're going to isolate x, get x by itself. So ask yourself, what is preventing x from being by itself? This guy, this 100 degree over here, we need to get rid of it. However, if we get rid of it on one side and not the other side, then things are way out of balance and we can't have that. So we have to do it to both sides of the equation. So do it to the left and also do it to the right. So when I take 100 away from 100, that's 0, cancels out. This x degrees we bring down. And now we just do a basic subtraction problem over here. 0 take away 0 is 0. That's easy. 8 take away 0, that's 8. 1 take away 1 is 0. I'm not going to bother writing it down. X is equal to 80 degrees. So that is what this angle is equal to. So if I were to add these up, I'll get to 180 so that I know that I've done it correctly. All right, let's move on down to the next type of problem that gave some people some issues. First thing I want you to understand is, again, when you see this little box here in your angle, that tells you that it's 90 degrees. So this unknown plus this given angle must equal 90. So if this were 10, this would be 80. If this were 2, this would be 88. If this were 20, this would be 60. So whatever the given angle is, you're going to add it to the unknown to get 90. So let's see what that looks like as an equation. 63 degrees plus unknown degrees, or x degrees, is going to equal 90 degrees. Again, how do I know it's 90? This box right here tells me so. So again, using algebra to isolate our variable, take away what's preventing the variable from being by itself, and make sure you do it in a balanced way. Otherwise, you won't have a good outcome. 63 minus 63 cancels out. Now we do the same thing over here. Take away 63 from 90. I can't take 3 ones from 0, can I? So I have to regroup. Basic subtraction here. X is equal to 17 degrees. So this angle over here is 17 degrees. Now, I did not draw these to scale, but what I really want you to gain from this is just understanding, firstly, how to tell that something's 90 degrees, and then secondly, how to find a missing angle based on information that we get from a given angle, and then how to do it using algebra. Okay, so taking what we've learned from the first 2 problems, let's look at this final example. I don't think I finished labeling the sides. We'll call this C, D, and E. So ask yourself real quick, what kind of angle is it? Is it a right angle? Is it obtuse? Is it acute? Is it straight? Is it reflex? This box in here tells you what it is. It tells you that it's 90. So that means that all of the little angles, no matter how I divide it up, if it's all inside of a 90-degree angle, then this plus this plus this must equal 90. So what has been given? What do I know? This is 20 degrees. I know that, so I can go ahead and write it down. 20 degrees. This angle over here is 30 degrees, so I know that as well. And then our unknown, I'm adding lastly, and I understand that because this is a 90-degree angle that my answer is 90 degrees. But what does x equal? So use our ability to add really basic numbers here. 20 plus 30, that's 50, plus x degrees equals 90 degrees. 50 plus x equals 90. What could x be? We're going to use, I think you guys probably already have the answer, which I hope you do. My daughter's sitting right next to me and she knows it already. But we're going to use algebra. 50 plus x equals 90. What is x? The way we figure that out, once again, isolate x, get x by itself. X is not by itself yet because this 50 is here. So we need to get rid of it. And when we get rid of it, we do it in a balanced fashion so that there's equality here. This equal sign tells you that whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side to maintain equality. Okay, so on the left side, take away 50. On the right side, take away 50. That cancels out. X comes down because we're not getting rid of it. It's actually going to tell us the answer. And then through this subtraction here, basic subtraction here, we have 40 degrees. Our missing angle is 40 degrees. Now, if you add up each angle within this 90-degree angle that you see, this angle is 30 plus 40, that makes 70, plus 20 makes 90, and you're done. X is 40. All right, everyone, I hope that helped you out. I'm going to send back any responses, any problem set 7s that were not so great. Watch this lesson again if you need to, and then give problem set 7. It's hard for me to say. Problem set 7. Give it another try, and then I'll give you a better grade. All right. Good luck, everyone.